When the moon hits your eye like a giant pizza pie, that's amore. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. I'm recording this one a little bit early as well. Currently, I'm coming back from Italy at this point, but I had to record earlier. So I wanted to make sure that it got released before I got back. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll tell you more about the trip when my next episode. We'll share a little bit of that with you. But anyway, today, I don't know, I'm still feeling a little giddy, still feeling a little happy, because episode 100 passed and now we're at 101. So we're starting a new decade here. And, I was thinking, what do we talk about today? And I wanted to talk about something that I think is a key. I really do think this is a key to just good relationships in general and probably just for good overall well-being. It is the power of laughter. I want to talk about like nurturing relationships through humor. I think humor is so important. I think it's one of the reasons why my wife and I get along so well is we both have the same humor. Like she makes me laugh, I make her laugh, and we have fun. I mean, in this great tapestry of life, relationships are really those threads that, give it color, I guess, and meaning, whether with friends or family or even, your romantic partners. The quality of our relationships profoundly impacts our happiness, whether you realize it or not, and your well-being. I mean, that's why you see people in good relationships seem younger, more vibrant, more happy, and a little bit more of a skip in their step. I'm not saying, everybody's in this perfect relationship, where there's never any problems. No, every relationship has some challenges, but for the most part, they get along, they communicate well, man, they laugh together, right? And then you see people in miserable relationships and they seem older, stressed out, and I've always said this, whether it's a personal relationship, a professional relationship, a romantic relationship, nothing will ruin you more than a bad relationship. But amidst all the many elements that contribute to strong and enduring relationships, believe it or not, humor often plays the unsung but pivotal role in relationships. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is more than just a mechanism for entertainment, right? When we think about humor, we think about comedy, we think about, people entertaining us all the time. But the thing about humor in just everyday life, it's just a way to lighten the mood. It's a powerful tool for connection and understanding. When shared, laughter can break down walls. I mean, how many times have you sat around, maybe you're at an event or somewhere, maybe feeling by yourself, and you find yourself standing next to someone, and you're both kind of sitting there, and then somebody just kind of makes a joke or a comment, and something breaks the ice, it reduces the stress. And before you know, you're chatting away and everybody's having a good time. I mean, that's the thing about humor. It can really reduce stress, anxiety. It can foster a sense of unity. In relationship, this shared experience of humor can help navigate challenges, build resilience, and maintain a real sense of balance. I mean, research has really underscored the bi-directional relationship between humor and relationship quality. There have been studies that a good day in terms of relationship satisfaction, where there's a lot of laughter and joking around and playfulness, right, usually leads to more humorous interactions the following day. I mean, this basically suggests that humor isn't just a byproduct of happiness, but it is an absolute important building block for it. See, the thing is, when we feel happy in our relationships, we're more likely to engage in playful banter and lighthearted exchanges, right? Because you're not worried about walking around on eggshells or what I might be doing wrong or what's going on. It's great. It's mood. It's light. It's not heavy. It's not depressing. It's not oppressive, right? And conversely, these humorous interactions can reinforce positive feelings you have towards each other, creating a virtuous cycle of increased intimacy and satisfaction. Let's just say you got to, let's just say you take a married couple who often cite humor as the cornerstone of their relationship. These people, right? They're always sharing a funny video to each other. They're always laughing, and they're going to be more likely to handle stresses later on because they've got kind of that bond. So let's just say that later on at some point in their life, there's a challenging year where maybe they're both faced with, career uncertainties. Humor When there's humor in the relationship, it's going to help sort of maintain a positive outlook and support each other. Even on the worst days, a good laugh together not only reminds you why you are together, but again, it will help you lighten the mood and get through this together. Whereas if it's a relationship that's humorless, everything becomes heightened and everything becomes more and more stressful. And even, it's not even just relationships, romantic, like even friendship dynamics. Researchers have found that pairs of friends who frequently joked with each other, which I know, any of my friends listening to this is what we are. We're always joking, sharing, sometimes riding each other, but all in good, humorous ways. It's been reported that higher levels of satisfaction, emotional support come from your friendships when you share like this. So it's really important that, look at your relationships, right? Like, for instance, I've got friends, going back from high school and even in college who, this is how we interact with, and I still consider them some of my closest, most supportive friends, because again, I can share things with them, even sensitive things with them, but through humor. And it really is, something that's really sort of helped our friendships endure. Does that make sense? Are you getting in here? Again, I think if you really want to look at it, it's just how that humor simplifies things. It makes things feel less, like I said, oppressive. You're a little bit more lighthearted. Maybe you're not taking yourself or things so seriously. You're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you're somebody who may be struggling in your relationships, your friendships, whatever, figure out, get some humor in your life. If you're somebody every day where everything just feels daunting and overwhelming, get some humor in your life. Celebrate silly things. Embrace, playful and silly moments in life. Share an inside joke. Laugh with somebody if they share an inside joke. Watch a comedy. Do something. Get yourself laughing. Be goofy. Moments like this can provide a welcome reprieve from the stresses of daily life. Remind us, again, not to take everything too seriously. Now, I'm not saying don't take anything seriously. There are things you have to take seriously. But allow a little humor, a little laughter in your life, because it's also going to diffuse any tension. If you're somebody who's always high-strung and doesn't allow humor into their lives, it creates more problems. Whereas a little humor, it can diffuse things. Like I said, make you feel a little stressed, less stressed, a little less uncomfortable. Put that anxiety aside. In conflicts, a well-timed joke can help diffuse tension, reframe the situation in a less threatening way. But again, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be insensitive. So don't keep throwing jokes. We're not asking you to Deadpool the moment here. If anybody hasn't seen the movie's great, where everything is just a joke, but because you want to be, you don't want to come off insensitive. You don't want to, and obviously humor has to be well placed. You don't want it to be misinterpreted or hurtful. I've done that, some stuff like myself in the past where I've made some jokes and they've come off the wrong way, but I really didn't mean anything by it. But I've learned now to read the room better. Also when you're looking for humor in your life, find activities that foster laughter, play games, go to a show, try something new, get out of your comfort zone. What do I say? Comfort zone is the death of so many people. If you're unwilling to move out of it, and I know you said, what do you mean? I'm comfortable where I'm at. You are, because everything in your being is saying, don't move, because if you move from this, it's going to be uncomfortable. Get out of your comfort zone. Share some experiences that lead to laughter. Go see a comedy show. Do something. Have you ever noticed that some of your best memories come when you've been laughing the most? Those good times? Laugh at yourself. By the way, laughing at yourself, self-deprecating humor is a great way to show humility and approachability. I do this all the time. I don't take anything serious. I'll laugh at myself more than anything. Being able to laugh at yourself breaks down barriers, makes others more comfortable around you. Don't be wound so tight. And if you're in a relationship, appreciate your partner's humor. I said, not Wade Wilson jamming you all day long with it, but recognize and appreciate the humor styles of the people that you love. Everybody might show it a little bit differently. Everyone has a unique sense of humor. It's not all the same. Being attuned to what makes your partner laugh can really strengthen your connection. So again, beyond the immediate joy and connection, humor in relationships offers deeper benefits, okay? Again, because it encourages communication, helps manage stress, fosters a positive environment where both partners feel valued and understood. And moreover, couples who laugh together tend to be more satisfied in their relationships because that humor often reflects shared perspectives and understandings. Those who laugh together stay together. There was a comedian, Victor Borge, he famously said, laughter's the shortest distance between two people. Basically what he's saying, the essence of humor in relationships, it is a bridge. It's a bridge that brings people closer, transcending any challenges and differences. So remember that. Be a little bit more playful. Be a little bit lighter, less stressed out. At the end of the day, we're all going the same place. We all know where that is. Life is short. Hopefully it's very long, but in the scheme of things, and I was trying to explain billions of years. It's hard to explain it to your kids, but in the scheme of things, life is short. It's long. I want everybody to have a long life, but sometimes it's short when you look at the scheme of the universe and all that. But humor it's a crucial ingredient in the recipe for you having a happy and healthy relationship. And it's not just about laughing together, but it's about using laughter as the way to communicate, to connect, and to cope with stresses and daily stresses in our lives. Like I said, as research has shown, the more we invest in humor, the more we reap its benefits in terms of relationship quality. All right, so the next time you share a laugh with someone you love, remember that you're not just having a good time, you're also nurturing that bond that holds you two together, whether it's your friendship or your romantic friendship or whatever, personal, business relationship, whatever it is. Try to be a little bit more humorous. The world needs laughter. We are too serious nowadays. Partly due to the fact that any, keyboard warrior can get on social media and just stir the pot. We are taking everything too serious. There is a time to be serious, but there is a time for laughter. Find it. Find it in your partner. Find it in yourself. Okay? Don't take yourself too seriously. All right? All right, episode 101 is done in the books. All right, I'm going to talk to you all next week. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it. Again, as always, share it with your friends. Maybe you know that person out there that needs a little more humor in their lives. As well, you can always visit my website, MikeMuldoonLC.com. Get in touch with me. And more importantly, as always, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you more about my trip on the next episode. And as always, I got nothing but love for you.